Last month on Local Comic Shop Day, I had the pleasure of visiting Le Comic Shop Du Jour, which translates to the comic shop of the day, located at 418 Avenue Saint-Charles in Vaudreuil-Dorion. This newly opened, tucked-away gem is owned by Georges Sousa, who sat down with me for an interview to discuss his shop and his love for comics.
Well, my name is Georges Sousa. I have my comic shop, Le Comic Shop Du Jour, which is located in Vaudreuil-Dorion. It's at 418 St. Charles Avenue. It's in the multi-center St. Charles building. I just opened up here June 10th of this year, 2025. And I've been doing this online for 5 years and decided to finally it's time. Let's open a physical store. What was great about online was the outreach. Like I reached out to clients in BC, everywhere in Ontario. Ontario was my strongest clientele base, but BC, I have made good friends with people in BC, Alberta, all across Canada, which it's great for a business when you have a lot of overstock, a lot of back issues. People are looking for certain numbers and everything, but the thing with the store, at least I would get the clientele that would order the regular issues. You want to collect Spider-Man, The Flash, Batman, all the regular series. I would get my regular clientele. So financially, that's better. Like, I mean, you're just building your business that way. Online, you won't get the one that's ordering their Spider-Man monthly. They'll probably grab a variant, or they missed an issue, or a key issue came out, and I just happen to have an extra copy, and I sell it at regular price when they're going for like 50 or 60 on eBay. Well, growing up, I mean, I think people from my generation, we grew up with the Spider-Man and X-Men, the Adventures, the animated series. So, I mean, we're watching this on TV, and I'm watching this, and it's just especially Spider-Man and the villains gallery and everything, like and even the colors and the visuals, like everything just gets to you. And I grew up studying fine arts and photography, so I see these things pop out. And but as a kid, I'm like, wow, that was amazing. Amazing Spider-Man. So I mean, watching those cartoons, even X-Men, I found a local comic shop literally 2 minutes away, walking distance from where I lived, and watching the series, I would get Spider-Man versus like the Shocker. Shocker was my favorite one. Even Rhino, I would get the comics where the villains would appear on the cover. I'm like, oh, I'm getting this, I'm getting this. And then you have the other characters that showed up. Daredevil, my God, Daredevil, those 2 episodes that he appeared in, I'm like, it really got to me as a kid. I loved Daredevil since that moment on. And I would pick up Daredevil issues. I would see Kingpin on the cover. I'm like, oh, I'm getting Kingpin. Doctor Strange, all those side characters. And it was just those were the books I had to go get. I just had to learn more and just see more about these characters. And even X-Men. Wow, I found X-Men Adventures. There was comics based on the actual series, and which is great because it's not exactly the same as the episode. So you kind of get like a variant of like of what's going on. And I mean, it's the same story essentially, but it's just at least you get another version of it. So, but it's basically the animated series got me going to the comic shops and just picking up the books. And you could say the same for Batman animated series, Superman. I went to pick up those books as well because of that. What I saw on TV just really got me to going to the comic shops. I needed to just to get more of that in. I mean, and as a kid, there would be reruns, but I wasn't the type to record anything. So the one time I see it, that's it, and then I never see it again. So at least with the comics, you can go reference back and everything. So it's and you know what? My first comic book was a Spider-Man comic, by the way. Todd McFarlane cover, Alex Saviuk as the artist, and Electro was the villain. And oh man, just I mean, Electro, I love Electro. That's so yeah. First comic, and so Spider-Man was essentially the first one for me. I was 8. I think I was 8 years old. It's nice to see the older generation, or mid-30s, I would say, or even some maybe they're closer to 50s. And I know this because when they tell me about their first and their collections, it's a little bit before me, but I know all of it anyways. Not all of it, but so I get an idea with asking their age. But it's nice to see when they come in with their kids and the kids getting involved and trying to see what's new out there. But it's nice to hear what the past was and what the future holds. So, and I just love seeing fathers or even families coming in with their kids, and just the looks on their faces. It's great. Like, it just reminds me when I was a kid. So, but yeah, no, I got my allowance. My allowance was comic books. Wow. But I felt like, I mean, my parents were always like behind it all. Like, I got the funds. I bought my comics. Oh my God. If I had to pick one, I think I would have to go Marvel, because that was the main influence as a kid. The presence we had, that's where it all began for me. I would be inclined more with Marvel, especially Spider-Man, and even the Villains Gallery. I love the Sinister Six or the Insidious Six. So no, I mean, and looking at the DC side, I enjoyed Batman, Superman. Flash is my guy, by the way, for DC.
Be sure to visit Le Comic Shop Du Jour at Suite 313 for a great selection of comics, mangas, and collectibles. Meet George and mark this place down as your go-to place for comics.